All right, so what we need to do when we're filling out all our paperwork when it comes to this right here, you're gonna fill out the year, the make, the VIN, stock number, date sold, mileage, date of purchase, purchased from, and you're gonna put your last name and your employee number on here, okay? If somebody else is on the deal, you probably wanna put their name too.
Okay.
Who you sold it to, what their address is, where they live, phone number, zip. That's all you gotta do about this. They're gonna handle everything else. There's a couple forms on the interior here. This is a new car form. The yellow one's new. That's why it says new, okay? Florida Lemon Law Book. So you're gonna go to this page and you're gonna fill all this stuff out, okay? So I'm gonna give this to you so you can have it for homework, like you can bring it home and you can make notes on it. So you're gonna fill out literally all this stuff, okay? Have them sign. Keep the white copy.
And by is gonna be me.
Print name and signature is by you.
Okay.
This whole book they're getting. We're keeping only the white copy. So we will pull this white copy out. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have carbon copy, so you probably have to make a copy of it to leave it in the book. But this is gonna go in here. They're gonna get the book.
All right.
All right? So what I do is I take all this stuff and I'll get it all ready for signatures first, okay? So I'll tell them, hey, listen, so Garen, got a bunch of paperwork I'm gonna run through here. I'm sure that the last thing you wanna do is spend 3 hours here just waiting on paperwork, so I'm gonna run through it as fast as I can. I'm be a little bit quiet. And I'll have a conversation while I'm doing it. This is ready for signature. Fill it out, so tag information, right? Don't worry about the deal number, they're gonna do that in the back, but customer signature, transfer tag. Don't worry about specialty plates. Say, I don't do anything with that, I don't know anything about that, finance can talk to you about that.
Okay.
Get them to sign this. Put it here first, right? This one has no signature on it, so I'm gonna fill it out and just slide it in here. Some of them won't need a signature.
Okay.
This is our addendum to retail installment contract, okay? So I literally do it just like this. I sign it and I put an X and then I put it over here. I'm gonna go through and how to explain them all after I get them ready. All right, so they gotta sign here for privacy notices, multiple copies, payoff information. We need everything. Lender, phone number, account number, address payoff is to be sent to, city, state, zip code. Obviously, the vehicle information should fill in from the system.
Okay.
Name on title, now estimated payoff, but I need to get a 20-day payoff. I need the per diem, and I need to know that it is good from 20 days from today.
Okay. I'm
sure you're used to getting those. Date verified, and if you can find the lender's name. Sometimes what they're able to do is just go on an app on their phone,
Exactly.
get their per diem and get their payoff. The balance and the payoff are two different things, so make sure we're getting the payoff. Get a 10-day and then add 10 days of per diem, or get the 1 day and add 20 days per diem. Either or, just get us 20 days.
If they can't pull it up on their app, do you call them or have them call them?
Well, you're gonna call together because there's a good chance they're gonna make you hand the phone over,
Right,
but
that's true.
You can help them along the way if you want.
Okay.
Second lien, just get them to sign that there's no second lien on the vehicle, right? And then go to some payday title shop. Estimated payoff difference, just letting them know, hey, if we estimate high and there's a refund, you'll get it. If we estimate low and it goes over, you're gonna have to make up the difference. Sign here. But if we get a 20-day payoff, this never comes into play.
Okay.
Agreement to provide insurance. I'm gonna put, for insurance agent, I'm just gonna put company name, and then I'll put the phone number, and then insurance company over here, name, policy number, effective date, coverage, right? Full coverage, because they have to have full coverage if they're financing.
Right.
They sign here, salesperson, boom. So I filled it out and I'm ready for signatures.
Okay.
This form here, once again, leave it for the manager. If it doesn't say, if it says manager signature, leave it alone. This is just stating that anything that they leave behind in their car, we're not responsible for if it gets lost or stolen.
Okay.
License plate information, transfer my current tag, sign here. And then active duty military and dependent disclosure. Are you active duty or are you not? Sign here. Florida Tax Credit Scholarship Program. Signature of owner, signature of co-owner, depending on if there is one. That's set for signature. And then these two are just the two forms that you work the deal with. I'm gonna put
Okay.
those there for now. So, obviously if I have a credit app, you're gonna have them initial a bunch of different places. I think like income, address, that kind of stuff, social security number, make sure they're verifying with their initials, and the guys up there will help you do that.
Okay.
So now I'm ready to present these things for signatures. So it took me 5 minutes to maybe get them ready. I have seen people out here for a half hour, 45 minutes doing this paperwork. Now there's gonna be a few more documents that they're gonna give you on a new car. There's gonna be like an options list that's gonna go over every option available on that vehicle. There might be a Carfax if it's a used car, whatever, right? Might be a couple other things they need to sign. But the sales managers will give those to you when he's ready for it. And also there'll be a buyer's order that you gotta go sign as well.
Okay.
But this is how I do this. Garen, this is the Florida Lemon Law book. It just tells you how to go about the Florida Lemon Law procedure. You're going to sign here and you're going to keep the book. He signs, I give him the book. Okay? Put the white copy in here. Garen, this is just an addendum, retail to installment sales contract, just letting you know that we're going to get you through finance. You're going to sign all your title paperwork. The stuff that's going to get sent to the bank is going to get sent to the bank, but it just allows you to take the car home right now today. Sign here.
Okay.
Right? So basically all this is before we get everything sent to the bank, right? They've been approved, but we haven't sent all the stuff off yet, right? Because we haven't gotten through finance yet.
Right.
And they're going to sign that, and it's going to allow them to take the vehicle before the bank's actually sent us our money.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's just basically, we know this is all going to go down. You can take the car. And only in extreme circumstances does that ever change, but that's typically not something that we have to worry about. This is a tag form, just verifying that you're transferring your tag, sign here. And then leave it alone. F&I manager, they might even tell you that, hey, let the F&I manager do this one, but until they tell you that, do it.
Okay.
Because I don't want you getting yelled at up there. This is just letting you know what we do with your facts, with the information that we gather from you. We're gonna use it for our purposes. We're not selling it off or anything like that. Sign here. This is part 2, which is basically telling you the same exact thing. Sign here. Payoff form. So hopefully we have already gotten all this information, right? Because I got to get this information before I get a signature on it. But let's say I've got it all information. I got the 20-day payoff. Sign here verifying there's no second lien on the vehicle, and sign here that you understand if the payoff comes different from what you said, you're going to make up the difference if it's low. We're going to make up the difference if it's high and send it back to you.
Okay.
All right, perfect. This is the agreement to provide insurance on any new car purchase with financing. You need full coverage insurance. Sign here. Okay. And then this one right here. Hey folks, this is just stating that if you leave anything in your vehicle that you're trading, we're not responsible for it. So I'm gonna help you go through it. We'll pull them next to each other, and I'm gonna remind you, hey, check for your garage door opener, your sunglasses. Make sure you check the glove box. Sign here. All right. We'll sign there. Folks, it's just another duplicate form about what we're doing with your tag. Sign here. And this one's just stating that you're not active military. Boom. Last one here, folks. This is just allows students K through 12 to choose to go to a private school versus a public school. It's not going to take any additional funds from you. It's just going to take a portion of your sales tax and apply it to that scholarship fund if you want to. Sign here. The only time I've ever seen anybody say no to that is if they're a public school teacher, because they don't want the funds diverted away from the public school.
Gotcha.
But I don't know why they care. You might
At that point, they just don't sign it.
Right. You might have a full buyer's order also with the option sheet, maybe something else that he's going to need you to sign. But that's that. And then you're going to put all this in the deal jacket. You're going to walk it back to the sales manager. He's going to sign off on all the documents, put all the stuff that he needs in there. And then he's going to tell you to walk it back to the finance manager. You're going to give it to finance. He's going to go through the deal. And then you're going to get your customers ready for delivery. Right. So what does that mean? That means go get the books and the extra keys, make sure the car has been dropped off at detail, make sure, you gas it up when it gets out, just going through the whole process. Right. So after they're done signing here and I bring this deal back there, I'm going to take them, I'm going to sit them over here in the waiting area for finance. Then I'm going to tell them, hey, listen, I'm going to go drop your car off at detail. And I'm going to go grab your keys and your extra key and your books, and then we'll go through those while you're waiting for finance. And that's what I'll do. This form right here, goes to detail whenever you deliver a car. So you're gonna circle delivery and put date, time, stock number, year, make, model, okay? And then get a manager signature, all right? And then you will actually bring this to the detail guy when you bring the car back there, and you'll give him the keys and say, hey, got a delivery for you. That simple, okay?
Pretty quick on it.
Yeah, yeah. And then as I mentioned before, with the gas book up there, there's a big old receipt book. You're gonna write your name on it. If you just sold a car, you write sold, you put the stock number, and you put fill up. And then you give it to the sales manager to sign, he'll sign it. You're gonna take the white receipt, go to the cashier, need a gas card. They're gonna give you a gas card, then you're gonna go get it filled up. She'll tell you what the 4-digit code is. Do that at the gate station, print a receipt, put your name on the receipt, put the stock number on the receipt, take a picture of the receipt, and then give it back to her with the card, and then you're done there, okay? So that's your basic paperwork stuff for doing a deal, okay?
Okay.